Hi guys, it's ASBYT, and as you can see in my ears, we have the brand new Apple Airpods, AirPods 2, AirPods 2nd Gen, 2nd edition, whatever name you want to call them, I've got them. So let's do a quick unboxing and then go over my first initial impressions review. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. Right, so as you can see here, we have the AirPods 2. And I've only been using them a very small amount of time, but in that time, I'll give you a small impressions review. What's different from the first AirPods, and whether I think you might want to buy them. Now, music is a big part of my life, and I'm sure it is yours too if you're watching this video. With today's video sponsor, it can be an even bigger part of your life. If you've ever been interested in music production, for example, or how to mix music, or any number of different areas within music, Skillshare actually has classes that allow you to learn the tricks of the trade, and it isn't just music. It runs right across from different creative classes through to things like business, accounting, web development, product management, and many, many more. A premium membership with Skillshare gives you unlimited access to join any classes and communities that you feel are right for you, whether you want to actually learn a new skill for work or just to appease your curiosity and just learn more life skills. Skillshare can be a perfect place for that. Skillshare is really affordable. If you don't want the hassle of going back to university or college, for example, there is an annual subscription which works out at less than $10 a month. The first 500 of my subscribers that go to the link in the video description below will get a free 2-month free trial. So make sure you go and check it out and join over 7 million creators learning with Skillshare. A quick unboxing. So the packaging is very Apple. We have, of course, the AirPods on the front, the Apple logo on the sides, a bit of detail on the reverse, and that is pretty much that. Very clean and simple. And then inside, as you take off the top section, you have the Designed by Apple in California text, which houses all of your manuals, etc. And then when you take off the next section, we just have the charging cable, which is unfortunately still Lightning and not Type-C. I personally want to Type-C everything, and considering Apple are a company that constantly thrive on their ability to have this ecosystem, surely having your MacBook Pro, your iPhone, your AirPods, everything charging using one connector would make more sense. But hey, what do I know? I'm not Tim Apple. You also have the actual carry case, which is pretty much identical to the first generation. Now, obviously, it's great to see a new case for wireless charging, and that's going to work absolutely perfectly with the brand new announced AirPower. I mean, come on. It was a perfect time to make the announcement. They will, of course, work with pretty much any wireless charger, though, so you don't have to worry about getting AirPower, for example, from Apple. You can use it on any Qi wireless charger. So now that it's unboxed, we're going to talk briefly about my experience with them in the short time that I've been using them. Firstly, in terms of pairing, they're an absolute breeze with either iPhone or Android. You would expect them to be faster with an iPhone, and it is an instant pair, and if there's an update needed, for example, it'll pop up straight away, but it's certainly not slow with an Android phone. I was using the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus on this occasion, and again, just went to Bluetooth, flicked open the carry case, and it just paired pretty much instantly. You also have the Bluetooth pairing button on the back. When you press and hold that, it goes into Bluetooth pairing mode again. So if there's any problems with the instant pairing, you can go that route as well. Quick selfie with the AirPod 2s in. Now, first thing you will notice about these is the fact that they are, well, they're identical. Really? If you didn't buy the first ones, for example, then great. I mean, I think they look pretty sleek. If you like this sort of dangling tampon-esque design, which I actually do, I prefer these to the more rounded ones because I think they look a bit more like hearing aids. So do you want hearing aids or do you want tampons? They're not really great options, are they, to be honest? But very comfortable. They don't work amazingly with noise cancellation just due to their design nature. They're not a plug and they don't have active noise cancellation. It is what it is. However, if you did get the first generation, if you don't want the advantages, which I'm going to touch on, and you just want it because you're just, you know, a massive Apple fan and you like the idea and design, etc., then I'd save your money because no one will be able to tell whether you've got the first gen or the second gen. So if you wanted them for the new features, what exactly are they? Well, you now have the option of wireless charging with a specific wireless charging case. You have the standard AirPods 2nd generation, you have the wireless carry case 2nd generation AirPods that you can buy all in one, or you can just buy the wireless carry case by itself, which is pretty cool for Apple. And as far as I'm aware, that wireless carry case is compatible with the first gen AirPods. So if you just wanted wireless charging, but you're not bothered about the new features, just buy the carry case. You can use Hey Siri. Pros and cons to using Siri with the earphones is you can ask Siri to turn the music up or down, for example. You can ask for directions, all of that sort of stuff completely wirelessly so you're not on your phone. And while that's kind of quite cool, I'm not the sort of person that's going to be talking out loud in public, speaking to Siri. I prefer just to go on my phone and find directions and stuff like that. And I would prefer to have different gesture-based controls on the actual earbuds for volume, skip track, stuff like that. Again, that's personal preference. You may be different. That's just me. And this is all because of the brand new H1 chip. This also means up to 50% more talk time and better latency for gaming and streaming, for example. And I can actually say the actual sync between the sound and what you're viewing is pretty much spot on. It's one of the best that I have used out of all of the wireless earbuds and headphones that I have used. And I will be doing a full comparison video where I include the Samsung Galaxy Buds, the brand new Xiaomi Buds, and the Huawei Honor FreeBuds and FreeBuds Lite. I've got two different versions, all 5 of these wireless earbuds. And of course, if you're interested and you're not sure whether to go with the Apple Airpods, then of course I have these options for you as well. If you want to see that little plug, make sure you are of course subscribed to the channel and you've turned on the notification bell so that when I post that video, you are notified. But yeah, back to the second gen AirPods and jumping between different devices, whether that's an iPhone, MacBook Pro, iMac, them sort of devices, it's kind of almost instantaneous, and that is a very good thing. According to Apple, all of that becomes twice as fast as the first gen. Now, as well as the latency, for example, being up to 30% better, switching between different devices, really easy. Most people, when buying a pair of earbuds or headphones, the most important thing is, of course, sound quality. And whilst Apple say these are better than the first generation AirPods, is the sound quality terrible? No, it's definitely not. It's very rich, they go very loud. The bass is actually surprisingly pretty good. Again, this is first impressions and I will do a full review where I will of course go into far more detail about the actual sound quality. Hello? Speaking. I'm very well, thank you. Sorry for the interruption, I was just on a call there, but I did use these and that brings me on to my next point, and that's of course sound quality, etc. for phone calling. So what other people have told me is that I sound clear on voice calls. For me, listening, it was not amazing. It felt a little bit muffled at times, fairly standard with a lot of wireless earbuds and earphones, for example, for voice calls, but certainly not miles better than anything else I've used. In terms of battery life, I'm getting around 4 to 5 hours, which is pretty much what Apple have said in terms of listening time. And they also say around 3 hours of talk time. When putting the AirPods back inside the case, you get, for 15 minutes charge, you get 3 hours, which is pretty good. Not industry leading, but pretty good. So that kind of brings me to my first impressions review conclusion. Yes, I need to test them in far more detail. I will be updating you on that process, certainly on my social medias, Twitter and Instagram, for example, but also probably do another video in a week or two, my sort of overall full review. But currently, are they a good product? Yes. Are they expensive for what they are? Probably. But then it is Apple, who make great products but do tend to probably slightly overcharge for them. And do I think if you have the original first gen AirPods that you should jump ship, upgrade for $150 to $200? I'm not going to say no, because some of those features might be really important for certain individuals, but equally I'm not going to turn around and say these are absolutely amazing and you have to go out and buy them. This is where you guys come in. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about the Apple AirPods 2 or the AirPods second gen or whatever you want to call them? Are you interested? Have you bought? What are your impressions? Like and share if you did enjoy this video and found it helpful. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're new to the channel and want to be notified every time I post a video of anything tech, pretty much daily content here on YouTube. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. ASBYT, peace out.